Comma rule 3 concerned using commas when we are using direct quotations. This can be applicable in your short essay if you have dialogue, and in your long essay when you're using direct quotations from your research to support the points you are using in your paragraph. So let's take a look at a couple of examples. You will see in this first example, there is no comma because the part of the quotation is part of the complete sentence. So here we have Dr. Patrick listened to Dr. Bass as she reminded the class once again to keep revising those papers. So we don't need a comma here because the last part of the sentence, which is the quotation, is completing the entire sentence. Now, sometimes when we are using quotations, we need to make sure that we introduce them because remember, just a couple of classes ago, we talked about the quotation sandwich. And the quote sandwich indicates that you have to have some sort of introduction that lets your readers know how that quote connects to some of the ideas. You can't just drop a quote in the middle of your writing. So if you look at this second example, we have an introduction to our quote. According to Maria, if you want to get good feedback from your peers, you have to be willing to give good feedback in return. So here we have a comma after according to Maria, because this in essence becomes an introductory clause. Remember in our last rule, we talked about introductory clauses. Your introduction to quotes in this manner acts as an introductory clause, so it needs to have a comma after that. You will also see that there is a comma in between peers and you. Again, if you want to get good feedback from your peers is another introductory clause. Even though it's in quotations, it's still an introductory clause. Because what comes after, you have to be willing to give good feedback in return, can be a complete sentence. So you will see here, this combines two different rules to make sure that our commas are in the right place.